What's going on, people? Welcome to the Sneaker News Network. I'm your host, Trouble T. Roy, and the originator of the Sneaker News Network. Just in case you guys weren't aware, thank you for checking out the pilot episode. It's great. Your feedback, thank you for the awesome feedback, the critique, the criticism. It's always greatly appreciated. But tonight we have a new episode here for you, and I'm actually going to theme and name this episode. It's going to be called, So I Have a Couple of Questions. Yes, that's what this episode is going to be called. So I have a couple of questions. As you guys know, sometimes I tend to be, again, a little bit controversial, and I talk about certain things in the sneaker community, specifically like the sneaker apps, things like StockX, GOAT, or sneaker boutiques, people who are pretty much a lot of times fronting and frauding, acting like they're not doing what other people are doing, but shunning other people for doing it. Okay, I'm speaking to Cole a little bit, but it's all good. A lot of you already know what I'm saying, but I have some questions tonight's episode, and featured on tonight's episode is some questions for the sneaker app GOAT. Okay, as you know, they supposedly do buy and sell. They definitely sell, for sure. Buying as much as they say they do, I don't buy it. I think they find reasons not to buy your shoes or reasons to call them replicas. Because you got to realize the sneaker community and the sneaker game is unregulated. There's no specialists on real versus fake, and these so-called authenticators really don't know what they're talking about. Either they don't know what they're talking about, and they think they do, and they really haven't been in this game or been in the sneaker environment. I don't know. People, give me a break. Or, had the experience, worked in Foot Lockers for years, wore original Jordans, really know retro, really know things about Adidas, Reebok, Nike, whatever the case may be, to be these so-called authenticators. And if authentication was such a difficult thing to do and it was so solidified, then how come you can hire people off the streets to authenticate? And you could teach them to authenticate, not even having experience yourself. I guess that's for another show, right? But, so, I have some questions. And my questions are starting with, like we stated, the sneaker app GOAT. Had a conversation with them about this shoe that they were selling extremely early. Maybe 6 months early, roughly speaking. Yeah, they had it. They were selling it. And the shoe that they were selling this early didn't even have a box. Still hasn't released yet. Release date is set for December the 14th, 2019, just in case you didn't know. And it's the 2019 Jordan 11 Bread. Bread colorway. Bread meaning black and red. I don't even know who started that. It gets on my nerves a little bit. Bread, bread, bread. Okay, just say black and red. Or playoffs. Whatever. But here's the kicker. So they were selling the shoe. Or they were selling the shoe 6 months early. Roughly. Now, the shoe didn't come with a box. It just was the shoe. Okay? So, my thing, as you've seen in the last episode in Mythbusters, selling early releases is a bit questionable, and again, some red flags should be going up. You dig what I'm saying? But a shoe that's 6 months early that you don't even know probably just started production, maybe, they had for sale. Now keep in mind, here's the kicker, it didn't come with the box, okay? So what they tried to say initially is that they have trusted sellers that get them these shoes early. Are these trusted sellers, do they have anything to do with the brands? And a lot of you may feel like I'm beating a dead horse when talking this brand stuff. No, people don't want to hear it. So I'm not really beating a dead horse. People don't want to hear it for the simple fact that it's the truth. Again, they know if you go research this information that it's going to be a problem. But again, they already painted the perception so big and that millions and millions of people already believe what they hear and what people say instead of doing their own research and using common sense for themselves, that since the perception and the groundwork for it, the foundation for it has been laid down, it's kind of hard to change people. People are so brainwashed, it's a shame. So, back to the shoe. They were selling the shoe early, $450 without a box. Now, we know the brands don't authorize or do anything with any early releases. We know that, okay? So I have to ask you, what's going through your head right now? Number one, how did they get these shoes early? Number two, where's the reasoning or who is the trusted seller? Where are they coming from? They never tell you. But based off of these emails, because guess what? I had some questions. And I had a conversation with GOAT. And this was the information that I got back. So the email pretty much states that, hey, these have to be replicas because these shoes aren't even released yet. They're not set to release until December 14th. And you even seen in the photo that it had a December 14th release date. So pretty much what they tried to say initially was that sometimes they'll have a photo of the shoe prior to the release date. I've never seen a photo of the shoe 6 months prior on Go app. Who do they think they're fooling? And then it had it for sale active with no box. Come on. You guys got to lie a lot better than that if you want to last in the sneaker community. All right, well, you guys are going to last because you're a multi-million-dollar company and people believe what you say, regardless if you're telling the truth or not. So, hey, whatever. But this is how the email went, okay? So I asked them and I inquired. I said, they must be replicas. They have to be. They have to be. Crickets. And mind you, 2 different people answered my email. So it must have been a little bit too hot for the first rep that I emailed. So he must have had to level it up to someone else for them to answer. And this is the response that he had given me. Take a look for a few seconds. I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let you stare at this response. Feel free to pause the video too, by the way. So that's the response that I was given. You see the trusted sellers part? Trusted sellers. Where are these sellers getting these shoes from? Oh gosh, I'm sorry I had to take a pause break. A laughter break right there. But trusted sellers is what they're telling you. And yet you guys believe what they say just because they have some dollars backing them? I mean, it's better to me. Small fry like me bringing you the truth. No, this guy can't possibly know what he's talking about. He's crazy. He's a jerk. He's an idiot. Majority are mad because I'm exposing information in the sneaker community that people don't want you to know. He's stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a wordsmith. Everything he says is doublespeak. Hey, I've heard it all. But yet people fall for this. Sorry, I can't refrain from laughing. But again, December the 14th is the actual release date for these Jordan 11 black and red. Yeah. So 2019, December 14th is when you'll be able to get these shoes. They may do a sneak drop. The brands do that. That happens. They may drop them a little bit early. That's very possible. But 6 months? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that. But again, you know who it is, man. It's your boy, Trouble T. Roy. And oh, speaking of which, those Jordan 11s that's releasing on December the 14th, we have merch for it. But when it comes out, so you can actually set your pre-orders now. Brady Krueger merch. If you see this design anywhere else, definitely alert us because we are going to send some cease and desist letters out because it is ours, buddy. We created this. Shout out to our artists and all of our business connects for making this come to life. Brady Krueger merch, get it. It's going to be dope with your Jordan 11 breads, but it's going to be fire. So you guys need to jump on it because you already know they are selling out. I mean, pre-orders are going down. You can hit my brother, the Toe Box. He is selling these, taking pre-orders for these. I am also taking pre-orders for these. So please don't sleep. They're going to come in bigger sizes too. Don't sleep. I'm telling you. Because once the release happens, after these are sold out, they're done. It's a one and done. We're not going to release this one again. All right. So again, we appreciate you checking us out. Sneaker News Network. Again, if you would like to promote, sponsor, whatever the case may be, definitely hit us at our email, sneakernewsnetwork@gmail.com. We're out.